Hey friends, Jared Lambert here, bringing you your linguistic insights to help you in your scripture study. So today I'd like to talk about a question I get asked often, which is how do you balance your scientific understanding with scripture? And my answer to that is you have to read your scriptures through a Concordist lens.
If you've seen my other video, you know that I believe in an accommodating God. And that means God reveals eternal truths, but always in a way that we're capable of grasping. Through our agency, we interpret what's revealed to us. And prophets, just like you and I, receive revelation through inspiration, visions, dreams, but they still have to interpret, internalize, and then recontextualize that revelation according to their own language, culture, and understanding of the world around them. This is how revelation works. Concordism leans into this reality. Yes, God reveals absolute truth, and yes, he does so through prophets who are genuinely called of God. They are seers and revelators, but they are also human. They don't lose their humanity because of their calling, and God's plan isn't about removing agency at all. It's about learning and growth. So we are meant to choose for ourselves. And if we are willing to listen, God guides us, always at the level of our understanding. So as we grow in understanding, his guidance then grows with us, line upon line, precept upon precept. I think a great example of Concordism is found in Genesis. It begins with the creation of the earth. It says, without form and void. Now the Hebrew here, tohu vavohu, doesn't mean out of nothing. It means unorganized matter. That matches what science tells us. The earth formed from pre-existing elements, not ex nihilo. Then comes light. Genesis 1:3. The sun ignites. Then the dry land appears. Genesis 1:9. Matter is pulled together by gravity. And then the waters bring forth all life. Genesis 1:20. This isn't a metaphor. God is revealing what our science has only corroborated all along. But he is doing it through prophets who do not have the vocabulary or framework to explain it in our modern details. Now you see this even more clearly when you jump into Abraham 4:20, where it states, "The gods prepared the waters, that they might bring forth every living creature." And there it is. Did you see it? What God is revealing to the prophet is not a magical God theory of creation in which he snaps his fingers and things just are. No, he's revealing a natural process understood through the lens of inspiration. Science is not pitted against religion. They are telling the same story, just from different angles. God shows it, and the prophet interprets it the best that he can. Now, before we go any farther in that scripture, we get to the firmament, and it's important to pause and frame it as an example of accommodation. What's being revealed is true, but it's being expressed with the symbolic and cultural language of the time. In Hebrew, the word for firmament is rakia, literally something beaten out like metal, or this solid dome pictured in the sky. This was the ancient worldview. The earth was flat with pillars underneath it. Stars were light that was poking through these holes in that dome, and the sun and moon would roll across it like marbles. That's just how they interpreted the cosmological understanding of the time. But God didn't correct that model, did he? In that revelation he gave, he allowed him to understand that the way he could. He accommodated it. He gave truth within their understanding. Today, we might say that was a revelation of atmosphere, but the principle is the same. The revelation still shines through. So this is what I do as a linguist. It's like a detective. I dig through the grammar, the culture, the context, and what I find is a more realistic understanding. You can see the divine revelation shining through these cracks. You can almost distinguish between what is eternal and what is temporal. And let me be clear, I'm not the keeper of truth. I may be wrong. I'm not asking you to adopt my narrative. I'm asking you to start reading your scriptures with a more grounded lens. Because when you do, your faith doesn't shrink, it expands. So yes, God reveals absolute truth. I totally believe in that. And yes, he meets us where we are. And when you learn to recognize both of those are true, the scriptures don't feel ancient anymore. They feel alive and understandable.
Hey, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Follow me for more. And just know that this is just the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more I'd love to dive into. And I really like doing that through lessons, in person if possible, instead of through this. So look out for times, venues, locations, things like that. I'll be posting them on my social media. But thanks, guys. I appreciate the support.